Hello friends, welcome back to Restart UPSC. Now let's start with the 26th question. The object of Butler Committee of 1927 was to. See here friends, this committee, it was established parallelly with the Simon Commission. Okay, the Butler's Committee, the actual name of it will be, it is on the interstate relations of British Indian. Okay, see the answer is very simple. This to improve the relationship between Government of India and Indian states. This is very straightforward question friends. Okay, it is there in spectrum as well. Okay, nothing much to discuss about it, right? Now, what are the things we have to read is, see here, all the committees, all the reforms which the British India has taken, all these things, they will be very much important because see here, UPSC has asked Butler Committee and Simon, it has also asked about Simon Commission, right? Okay, now let's read all those organizations. It is there in spectrum. Okay, we'll revise from spectrum. Now, coming to 27th question, the term domestic content requirement is sometimes seen in use with reference to. See here, friends, if we break down the words, it is domestic content requirement. That means the products which are being developed in the domestic, that means in our country, okay, it should contain, right, few parts at least from the local, right, and that is requirement. Okay, in the manufacturing of the any product, okay, the parts which are needed, it should be at least some share or some percentage of those products should be procured from local, or else should be from that local industry. Okay, this is especially made by India. Okay, now let's see the options. Developing solar power production in our country. Okay, granting licenses to foreign TV channels to our company. See here, we wanted domestic content requirement. That means some inputs should be from our Indian industries. Okay, so here it is talking about licenses to foreign TV channels. So here this is wrong. Okay, exporting our food products to other countries. No, we are talking about domestic content requirements. Okay, so yes, this is also wrong. Permitting foreign educational institutions to set up their campuses in our country. No, we are talking about manufacturing, right? This especially for the production of solar power panels. Okay, and some at least few ingredients or the panels which are being manufactured, they should contain some percentage of Indian products only. Okay, this is the requirement made by our Indian government. Okay, if actually this is very direct question only, but even if we don't know also, we can converge to the answer. Okay, that's why I tried to explain it in a detailed manner. Okay, now coming to 28th question. Consider the following statements. The nuclear security summits are periodically held under the aegis of United Nations. See here, friends, up to here, this statement is correct. But it is not by United Nations, it is by United States. Okay, see how UPSC is playing with the statements and small words. Okay, so here, first statement is wrong. But see here, most of the cases, whichever the statements contain United Nations, okay, UNEPs or any government institutions, especially the ministries, okay, departments, all these things, right? Most of the cases it will be wrong only, most of the cases, but we'll see in the following questions. There are few statements where even the departments are also correct. Okay, so we have to be very careful. Okay, I've said no. But if you are attempting only 70 to 75 questions in the paper, it is suicidal only, no? So we should at least attempt 80 to 85 questions. So then you can take the risk. Okay, then you can consider that okay, this statement is wrong. But if you have already attempted 85 questions, 90 questions, please don't try to attempt more questions. Okay, it becomes very negative for us only. I've attempted 100 questions 2024 and 96 questions 2025. I'll make a separate video on it. How I disqualified in those two attempts, even by getting good marks in the comparatively with the positive questions. But since my negative questions were more, I didn't qualify the prelims. Okay, I'll make a dedicated video on it also. Okay. So here, first statement is wrong. Now, International Panel on Fissile Materials is an organ of International Atomic Energy. See, friends, even this statement is also wrong. Okay, actually, this is an independent organization, not under international agency. Okay, it is an independent group. Like consider it as a some non intergovernmental or some panel. Okay, like an NGO, non-profit organization like that. Okay, it consists of both nuclear powers and non-nuclear power countries are also there in this international panel on fissile materials. Okay, so far 18 countries are there. Okay, since UPSC has asked about international panel on fissile materials, we need to read at least few basic things about it. Okay, and even this nuclear security summits as well. Right, since it is asking about United States also, I think it was in news at that time. That's why UPSC has made this type of statements. Right, so now what becomes important is anything related to United States nuclear security summits, okay, fissile materials, fusion, defense, all these things, whichever are there in the current affairs, we need to focus on it because UPSC is asking about those things, right? So here the answer is neither one or two. Okay. Now coming to 29th question. Who among the following can join national pension system? Okay. Now see, resident Indian citizens only. It is not resident. Okay. It should be Indian citizens. Okay. I'm explaining it here only since UPSC has given the objectives of the national pension scheme in the options itself. Okay. Now see, the persons of age from 21 to 55. It's not 21 to 55. It is 18 to 70. Okay. They can join the NPS. Great. Now see, all the state government employees joining the services after the date of notification by the respective governments. Yes, friends, this is the correct answer. These are the direct objectives of this national pension scheme. Okay, nothing much to explain. Now, all central government employees, including those of armed forces. This is not including, it is excluding. That's it. Okay, joining the services on or after 1st April. Okay, for central government employees, the central government itself has given the date. For the state government employees, the state government should give that notification that we are adopting NPS. Okay, from that date onwards, this NPS services will be applicable to state government employees. Okay, so answer is C. Right now, since this is pension scheme, it is regulated by Pension Fund Regulatory and Development Authority, that is PFRDA. Okay, that's it, friends. Now coming to 30th question. With reference to river Teesta, consider the following statements. The source of river Teesta is same as that of Brahmaputra, but it flows through Sikkim. See here, friends. This is Sikkim, but if Teesta is flowing here, but see, this Brahmaputra river, it is all the way coming from China, that is Tibetan Mount Kailash. Here is Mount Kailash. From there it is coming. See here, the origin places are different, right? So first statement is wrong. Right now, river Rangit originates in Sikkim and it is tributary of river Teesta. Yes, friends, this is the most important river for the Sikkim, right? And it is a tributary of Teesta. This is factual statement, right? Now, river Teesta flows into Bay of Bengal on the border of India and Bangladesh. No, friends, actually, river Teesta it joins Brahmaputra inside the Bangladesh only. Okay, now even if you can solve this very easily because see, we have disputes between Bangladesh and India on the river Teesta. Okay, there are disputes going on, right? So here we can see that river Teesta it is commonly flowing through India and Bangladesh. Right? No, it is telling about border. No, it's not on the border. Okay, since if it is Bangladesh here, Teesta is flowing here. Brahmaputra will come here. From here again, Ganga will join. Okay, so even third statement is wrong. Answer is 2. Now what becomes important? You need to know about river Teesta. Right? So here Brahmaputra is also given. Right? Again, what are the things important? See here border of India and Bangladesh. That means we need to read about Bangladesh and India, its international relations, whatever are happening. Okay, even the geographical disputes whichever are there, all this becomes very much important. Okay, now coming to 31st question, consider the following statements. In the tropical regions, Zika virus disease is transmitted by the same mosquito that transmits dengue. Yes, and chikungunya as well. Okay, some chikungunya spelling I don't know, right? So let this be like something chikungunya. Okay, the same mosquito, it causes dengue, chikungunya, and Zika virus. Right? So first statement is correct. Now sexual transmission of Zika virus disease is possible. He's telling possible, even if you don't know also. Since he is telling it is possible, you have to consider this statement as right. Yes, this statement is correct only. Okay, it transmitted through the bites as well, and also through intrauterine infection, and also it is transmitted by the sexual transmission as well. Even if there are no symptoms of Zika virus also, if it is present in that body, it will get transmitted to the other person's body if they are sexually participating with each other. Okay, so both the statements are right. Okay, see here, it is named Zika because it is found in Zika forest of Uganda. Okay, so coming to 32nd question, consider the following statements. The standard mark of Bureau of Indian Standards is mandatory for the automotive tires and tubes. Yes, friends, BIS standards, they are almost mandatory for all the manufacturing products because for the safety standards. Okay, now AGMARK is a quality certification mark issued by FAO. No, this is issued by our government of India only. Right? Very easy statement. So one is correct, two is wrong. Okay. Now see friends. See, this is AGMARK is like a certification. Okay, certification of the agriculture products. Now we also see FSSAI certification as well. Okay, this is for the food safety and standards. Okay, this is like a inspection of this is like quality inspection. Okay, this is the standards which we have to follow. Quality inspecting quality of this is for the quality. Okay, see FSSI, it is mainly for the inspection whether the quality is maintained or not. Okay, AGMARK is for the certification. Right, now coming to 33rd question. What are the advantages of implementing the National Agriculture Market Scheme? He's talking about NAM. That means what? We are giving internet connections to the APMCs, mandis, so that we create a pan-India market, online market, and farmers can sell their produce in at anywhere. Okay, any APMCs. Now see, it is an pan-India electronic trading portal for agricultural commodities. Yes. No, it provides the farmers access to nationwide market with prices commensurate with the quality of their produce. Yes, this is both these are the objectives. Okay, see here now it is the network of existing APMCs. Okay, we are giving them this electronic trading portal. Okay, connection to the electronic trading portal. Okay, this was made in the year 2015. Okay, and it also promotes the scientific storage and movement of agriculture goods as well. Right now, what we have to do, we need to know about everything related to NAM. Now APMCs, right? All the other market reforms. Okay, all these things becomes very much important. Recently, farm laws are also repealed. If they were not repealed, also they would have been in news. Definitely, they would be useful for us. But since they have repealed, we should not now. It's not much required, but we'll try to read on them as well. Okay. Now, 34th question. With reference to National Intellectual Property Rights Policy, consider the following statements. It reiterates India's commitment to Doha Development Agenda. See, friends, there is one other thing called Doha Accord as well. Right? If you know, please try to give the information about it in the comment. Okay. Here it is Doha Development Agenda. Okay. And TRIPS Agreement. Yes, National Intellectual Property Rights Policy. It is mainly made for the commitments of Doha Development Agenda and TRIPS Agreement. It is made in line with these two agreements and agendas. Okay, now the Department of Industrial Policy and Promotion is the nodal agency for regulating intellectual property rights in India. See, friends, usually I have said no before. Any government ministries or United Nations departments, most of the cases will be wrong, but here this statement is correct. Okay, this is implemented by Department of Industrial Policy and Promotion. Okay, it is the nodal agency, right? So this statement is correct. So at these times, if you take risk, there is a possibility of getting negative marks, right? So when you are only attempting 75 questions only, you try to do this thing. Okay, when you are already above the saturation, like 85 questions, 90 questions, then these things will become costly for us, right? See here, both the 1 and 2 are correct. Now what we have to do, we need to read about this policy, this Doha Development Agenda, and also I have said no, Doha Accord is one other international agreement is there. If you know, please comment under this video, right? Okay, now intellectual property becomes very much important. IPR, WTO, all these norms are there. No, we have to read TRIPS agreements. Okay, we have to revise it. Right now, coming to 35th question. According to the Wildlife Protection Act 1972, which of the following animals cannot be hunted by any person except under some provisions provided by law? Right, that means he is asking about Schedule 1. Okay, now see, Gharial, we know it is critically endangered, and wild ass and wild buffalo, they are endangered. Right, but all these three are there in Schedule 1. Okay, see, sometimes even if we don't know also, we know that Gharial is it is somewhat endangered in the in our country. Like, I'm not meaning endangered in the tone of IUCN. I'm just telling that they are vulnerable to us. Right? There are some issues regarding the population of gharials and also Indian wild ass. Right? We often see about it in the news, even wild buffalo as well. So in general, you just consider all 1, 2, and 3. Most of the cases, because see, in IUCN there are these categories, but in our Wildlife Protection Act, we only have 4 schedules now. Earlier there were 6, now there are 4 only. Okay, recently only we have amended this act. Okay, please comment under this video what are those 4 schedules. Okay, let's try to make this as a habit. Right, so your answer is 1, 2, and 3. Right, see, logically seeing, we cannot by heart all the animals or all the species which are present in Schedule 1, right? So most of the cases here, the answer will be 1, 2, and 3 only. If you don't want to really don't want to attempt these type of questions, you can just skip it. Okay, these are riskier questions only. Now, coming to 36th question, which of the following statements are true of the fundamental duties of an Indian citizen? Okay, a legislative process has been provided to enforce these duties. No, there is no legislative process. Not yet done. They are not enforceable at present. Now they are correlative to legal duties. See, friends, legal duties are where if you are not performing those duties, you will be penalized. But see, fundamental duties, they are just indicative to us. As a true citizen, we need to uphold these fundamental duties, but they are not enforceable. Right? So they are not correlative to the legal duties. If you are not performing legal duties, they will be penalized. Right? So even both these statements are wrong. Here nothing much to discuss about it. Basic question only. Now see, 37th question. Consider the following pairs. Radhakanta Dev, first president of British Indian Association. Yes, friend. This is also called Zamindari Association as well. Yes, first statement is correct. I hope you know about Radhakanta Dev. He is also the founder of Dharma Sabha. Okay, against Raja Ram Mohan Rai. I hope you remember it. Now, see, Gajala Rama Lakshmi Chetty, founder of Madras Mahajan Sabha. No. Madras Mahajan Sabha is founded by 3 persons. Okay, Veera Raghavacharya and Ramaswamy Mudaliar and P. Anandacharya. Okay, not Gajala Lakshmi Chetty. So, second statement is wrong. Now, see here. We know about Madras Mahajan Sabha. Then what about Gajala Lakshmi Chetty? Okay, I'll not tell. Please read about it and comment under this video about why Gajala Lakshmi Chetty is given in this option. Okay, he's also associated with the other organization. Please comment that organization name. Okay, now see. Surendranath Banerjee, the founder of Indian Association. Yes, Surendranath Banerjee is also a founder of Indian Association, and there is another person as well. His name is Anand Mohan Bose. Okay, this was established in 1876. Okay, this Madras Mahajan Sabha is in 1884. I'm just telling because UPSC may ask chronology as well. Since it has given in this statement, like in the next upcoming questions, it will be maybe it can ask about the chronology also. This is in 1850. Okay, here the answer will be 1 and 3. Now what we have to do, friends? See in the spectrum book, in that it is clearly given who are the founders and what are the organizations before Indian National Congress and after Indian National Congress. Okay, please let's try to revise those topics. It is there in the summary as well. After completion of the chapter, in the summary also it is given. Okay, even if we revise that also, it is more than enough. Now, coming to 30th question. Which one of the following objectives it is not embodied in the preamble of the Constitution? See here, liberty of thought, expression, belief. All these things are present. Economic liberty is not present. Very simple. It is asked from preamble. Right? 2 marks, very simple question. Now, coming to 39th question. With reference to Quality Council of India, QCI, consider the following statements. Okay. QCI was set up jointly by Government of India and Indian industry. See here, friends, if we don't know about these statements, please try to avoid these type of questions. Okay, because this is correct. It is about Indian industry. Okay, there are 3 premier associations representing in this Indian industry. That one is Associated Chambers of Commerce. Okay, other is CII, we know, Confederation of Indian Industry. Another is FICCI, Federation of Indian Chambers of Commerce and Industry. Okay, and these organizations with the Government of India, they have set up QCI. Okay, this is not it is a non-profit organization. Okay, it consists of 38 members and all these things. Okay, now see, the chairman of QCI is appointed by Prime Minister on the recommendations of the industry to the government. Yes, even this statement is also correct. Okay, and see here, the nodal agency which is looking after this QCI is, we have discussed it before as well, Department of Industrial Policy and Promotion. Okay, under the Ministry of Commerce and Industry. Okay, see here, both these statements 1 and 2 are correct. Now what we have to do, we need to study about QCI and this department as well. Okay, this department will be giving reports, indices also. Right, please focus on that as well. We have already seen one question on that. Okay, about the indices. I'm not repeating it again. Okay, please try to revise. Okay, now coming to 40th question. What is the purpose of setting up small finance banks? Okay, these small finance banks, they are mainly, the purpose of constituting is to provide credit to the small business units. Okay, credit to small business units. That means the existing units, right, which require the cheaper credit, it will provide. Okay, now see, to supply credit to small business units, yes. To supply credit to small and marginal farmers, yes. Now see, to encourage young entrepreneurs to set up business, particularly in rural areas. See, set up business particularly in rural areas. Okay, it is just giving credit only. It is not encouraging entrepreneurs in the rural areas. This is very narrow statement. This is not the objective of small finance bank. So third statement is wrong. Answer is 1 and 2. See, friends, if we don't know about this statement, definitely we'll end up keeping wrong answer. We'll think that okay, 1, 2, 3 is also correct, because even this statement is correlating to the question which is asking. Okay, please be careful with this type of questions. Okay, they are very low hanging fruits. UPSC wantedly gives this type of words in the statements, and we oversightly don't look and we'll keep wrong answer. Okay, each and every word is very important. We need to read thoroughly. Okay, now coming to first question. With reference to Asia Pacific Ministerial Conference on Housing and Urban Development. See, this is confined to Asia Pacific. Right? Consider the following statement. The first APPSC was held in India in 2006 on the theme Emerging Urban Forms, Policy Responses and Governance Structure. Here, friends. Here 2006 one data is there. It is asking about theme. Is telling first, by seeing all these things, we will think that this statement is wrong. But no, this statement is correct. Okay. So these type of questions, we should be very careful, right? Sometimes we unnecessarily apply hacks and we lose our marks. Okay. First cases, what you have to do, we need to solve the questions which we know. Then we need to mark the questions which we know, at least few statements we know or not. So there will be few questions where we don't know both the two statements. Okay, these are the questions. I think this question will be that type. Okay, so even both the statements will be unknown to us. So we need to be very careful with these type of questions. We need to attempt, if there are 10 questions only, we need to at least attempt some 2-3 questions only in that. Okay, if you attempt more than 5 questions, definitely you will end up losing marks. Now, let's get to the second statement. India hosts all the ministerial conferences in the partnership ADB, APC, APEC and ASEAN. Okay, first of all, this APMCHUD, it is not related to ADB, APEC and ASEAN. Okay, it is related to UN Habitat. Okay, now see here, UPSC in 2017 paper, it has asked indirectly about UN Habitat. That means by giving this statement. And now in the upcoming questions, in upcoming papers, you will see direct questions on UN Habitat. Okay. Now, so this statement is wrong. Answer is only 1. Okay. Now see, we need to study about this as well. APMC, HUD, and also UN Habitat. Already UPSC has asked questions on this. Okay, see here, I don't know why UPSC is asking themes. In 2025 also, it has asked the theme of BRICS, right? So whichever organizations or whichever initiatives have recently has happened, we need to study about all those things. At least we'll try to remember few themes as well. Okay. Now coming to 42nd question. Democracy's superior virtue lies in the fact that it calls into activity. Now let's see the statements. Intelligence and character of ordinary men and women. Okay. Methods of strengthening executive leadership. Okay. A superior individual with dynamism and vision. Okay. A band of dedicated party workers. See here, what is democracy? It is the government elected by the people. Okay, that means people are electing the persons. Now, if the people are intelligent and if they are very good enough in taking the politicians, okay, if we are electing this good person, okay, the people should also be good, right? Nowadays, what's happening in India? Politicians they are ready to do anything for the people, but people don't want good things. They want only their own benefits. Some want freebies, some want caste politics, some want religious politics, some get affiliated to some parties. Okay, overall they are not looking for the society. Okay, we are all living in that society as well, right? People, they are not voting for the good people. They only look at the party and they are voting for the people whoever the party is keeping in the elections, right? So that means here the intelligence and character of ordinary men and women. Okay, it will be the superior virtue, where people with this intelligent character, if they elect good persons, then good persons will join the parliament. There the governance will be very much good, right? Here, this is the main part where, as a bureaucrats, we need to focus. Okay, if people are good, definitely politicians will also be good. If people are asking for good things, politicians will definitely do, why? Because they want to win the elections. Right? They will do anything for winning the elections. So we need to ask politicians that we need good things, right? Not freebies on these things. Okay, it should be self-regulated in general in the society, right? So here the answer is A, most appropriate answer, right? Now, coming to 43rd question. Which of the following is the most likely consequence of implementing the United Payment Interface? UPI is asking about UPIs. Okay, that means what? See here. What UPI has done? UPI has made interbanking transactions very easily. That means I may have account in other bank. You may have in other bank. Right now, I'm directly transferring money from my bank to your bank. Okay, without any cashless transactions. Okay, without any money involved. Directly, I'm sending uh, soft cash. Okay, now see, mobile wallets will not be necessary for the online payments. Yes, this is the appropriate answer, right? Okay, we'll see the other statements as well. Digital currency will totally replace the physical currency in about 2 decades. No, we are already now also some people they ask cash only. I have joined one coaching institute. Okay, they have asked money in cash because they won't. They have given me some sort of concession, so they wanted that tax rebate. So I have paid that in cash only. So we people, we all be doing all these things in our daily life, right? No, so this is not the thing. We are talking about digital transactions. Now see, FDI inflows. It is not about FDI. Now direct transfer of subsidies to people will become very effective. Yes, this can also be the answer, but this is the effect of the UPA. See, this is one narrow part. We are direct benefit transfer is a narrow part. On a whole, we are talking, right? So this is the most general option where we need not need any mobile wallets. Directly from bank to bank, we can do online transactions. Okay. So what we need to know about this UPI? It is implemented by NPCI. Right? We need to study about NPCI as well. Okay. See here he's asking about direct benefit transfer also. Right? All these things become very much important. We'll try to read on this. Now, coming to 44th question. Terms event horizon. That is where in the black hole, this is the event horizon. It is the boundary where even the light cannot escape from it. Okay, the speed of light will be less than the escape velocity. Okay, when there is escape velocity high, speed of light is higher than escape velocity, then light will be coming out of that. But at the event horizon where even the escape velocity is very high, that even light also cannot escape from the black hole. Okay, this is related to black hole. Now, singularity is also black hole. Okay, singularity is a characteristic of black hole where we cannot explain it. Right now, string theory and standard model are sometimes seen in the news in the context of. See here, friends. Let's see the options. Okay, I'll explain it later. Observation and understanding of the universe. Okay, see here. It is related to black hole, right? Now see. Study of solar and lunar eclipses. No, we are dealing with black holes. That means greater part of universe, not solar systems or eclipses. No. Placing satellites in the orbit of Earth. No. Origin and evolution of living organisms on Earth. See here, living organisms. Well, not this. It is about the observation and understanding of the universe. Okay. This is string theory that associated with quantum physics, friends. Quantum physics. Okay. That means about the quantum phenomena. Right. Now, standard model is also about the mass, how the mass has been developed. Right. All these things we have read in the science textbooks, right? In our 10th class in the schooling. It is about this particle physics. Okay. Now, coming to 45th question. With reference to agriculture in India, how can technique of genome sequencing? Let's see. If there is a DNA, a genetic material, right? Now, genome sequence is what? How many genes are there? We'll try to find out all the genes. Right? In our human DNA, there are 3 billion genes. Okay, like that we'll do genome sequencing. So that by genome sequencing, we'll come to know the functional aspects of that gene. Okay, if we change this, what is happening? Okay, if there is a disease. Okay, if we want to do something good about, if we want to implement or improve that gene, right, we can do all those things. Okay, it is about genome sequencing, often seen in news, be used in the immediate future. Now, genome sequencing can be used to identify genetic markers of disease. Yes, we have said no. We are what we are doing. We are finding out all the genes, right? And now also the characteristics of each gene. No, when a gene is associated with the disease, it's called a genetic marker. Like if that gene is present, then definitely it will be causing the disease. So it is marking that disease, right? So it is called a genetic marker. Okay, for the disease resistance and drought tolerance. Okay, we know that this gene is responsible for that disease. Now we are marking that genetic material. Now we are doing necessary changes so that it becomes the resistance and it improves the tolerance towards that. Okay, the various crops. Is asking about agriculture, right? Now see, first statement is wrong, correct. Now this technique helps in reducing the time required to develop new varieties. Yeah, already said no. If one gene is responsible for disease, or if we want to improve anything, we'll do necessary changes in that, and we'll develop that new varieties. Okay, very easily, very quickly. No, even second statement is also correct. It can be used to decipher host pathogen relationship in crops. See here, host pathogen relationships. Okay, see here, there is one pathogen. Okay, let it be coronavirus like that. Now it will come into our body and it will get injected into the host. Okay, it uses the host material and then multiplies. Okay, if you know the genome sequencing, right, we have found out that coronavirus has some proteins. Okay, some receptors are there, right? Now if we develop that vaccines such a way that if we know that this coronavirus has this protein material, now if we are already immune to that, these receptors will directly attach to that protein and it will detect that, okay, this is pathogen. Okay, in this way genetic sequencing helps us in understanding the relationship between host and pathogens. Okay, we can reduce the disease, we can produce vaccines, right? Even this is also correct. Answer is 1, 2 and 3. See here friends, this is basic science and technology question. It is about genomic sequencing, right? We need to read about everything about genome sequencing, recombinant DNA, okay, CRISPR-Cas9, whichever are there related to this biotechnology. We need to read all these things because it is very much important. We cannot leave any single aspect in that. Okay, very important. Now coming to 46th question. The main advantage of parliamentary form of government is that, see here, parliamentary form of government. That is, executive is responsible to legislature. In particular, Lok Sabha is responsible. Sorry, Council of Ministers is responsible to Lok Sabha. Right? Now find that in options. Here, executive remains responsible for the legislature. This is the main advantage. The main purpose of parliamentary government is this only. Right? Very simple question. Most repeated question. Right? We have already seen it at least 2 times, I think so. Right? So now let's go to the next question. In the context of India, which one of the following is correct? Relationship between rights and duties. See here, there are 2 persons. I think that we are sitting together. I have few rights and you are also having few rights. Right? But if we do whatever we like with our rights, now it becomes a chaos, it becomes anarchy. Now what we have to do? See, you have also rights and I too have rights. So I have to exercise rights so that it helps me and it should not disturb you. Right? So it is my duty to respect your rights and it is your duty to respect my rights. That means rights and duties are correlative with each other. Okay, they are complementary to each other. Okay, this is the correct option. Okay, now see, rights are personal and hence independent of society, and duties no. Rights, not duties, are important for the advancement of personality. Even duties are also very much important. There are legal duties as well. Right? Duties, not rights, are important. No, rights are also important. If there are no rights, then what's the purpose of living? Right? So see here, rights are correlative with duties. Okay, very simple question. Now, coming to 48th question. The mind of makers of Constitution of India is reflected in which of the following? Very simple question, friends. Preamble. It is there in Lakshmikant also. Right? Coming to 49th question. If you travel by road from Kohima, that means Nagaland, to Kottayam, that is Kerala, what is the minimum number of states within India through which you can travel, including origin and destination? That means we have to include both Nagaland and Kerala. See here, friends, this question becomes, it seems to be tricky, but is very easy. See here, if this is India, this is Northeast India, right? Okay. See, every Northeast state, it is connected with Assam. Okay, please remember this. Even Sikkim Of course, Sikkim is not connected with Assam. It is connected with West Bengal. Okay, all the other 7 states are there now, including Assam. Okay, if you remove Assam, there will be 6 states, right? All the 6 states, they will be connected with Assam, okay, directly. So next time it may ask about Manipur, it may ask about Arunachal Pradesh, Tripura, Mizoram, right? Directly, you remember that it is connected with Assam. Now see, from Nagaland, we move to Assam, right? From Assam directly, all the main states will be joining West Bengal. Then see here, this is West Bengal. Now we are coming to Odisha, right? This is Andhra Pradesh, AP. Now AP does not have link directly to Kerala, so we'll move to Tamil Nadu. Then we'll move to Kerala. See how many states have come? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Answer is 7. Okay, here this is very easy question. We need to know that every northeastern state is connected with Assam. And then we also need to know that Kohima is in Nagaland. Okay, even if you don't know that Kohima is in Nagaland also, you may think Manipur or you may think Mizoram, right? But even though it is connected with Assam, right? So now all these things will follow. Okay, please remember that. Okay, if maybe UPSC now next time it may ask the city or any place which is in Assam. Okay, if you don't know that it is in Assam, we'll end up marking 7 states. Right? So even knowing this city is also important, but sometimes you can take that risk. Okay, here the answer is 7. Very simple question. Now coming to the last question for this video. Parliament of India exercises control over functions of Council of Ministers through. See here friends, this is very direct question from the Lakshmikant. Right? What is asking? Parliament takes direct control over Council of Ministers. It is through question hour, 0 hour, supplementary questions. Right? That means supplementary questions for the star questions will be there, no? For that, supplementary questions will also follow. Start questions where you need to give oral answer. Unstart question, the written answer. Okay? Adjournment motion, no confidence motion, all these things. They are all the powers of Parliament where it can control the exercise control over the Council of Ministers. Okay? Adjournment motion is where if there is any important thing happening, so we can seek the attention of the House to discuss that important matter. Okay, that is adjournment motion. And the question hour is the first hour of the Parliament session. Okay, of the day, where the question can be asked. Right, different type of questions will be there, and I have said no. Supplementary question will be followed to the starred questions. Right, so answer will be all 1, 2, and 3. Now, what we have to do? We need to read the Parliament chapter and all different type of motions, resolutions. All we need to study. Right. So that's it, friends. That's it for this video. If you really like the content, please subscribe to the channel. Please like the video. Please share your comment. Okay, I've asked few questions right in the video. Please try to give the answers. Okay, in that way we'll remember things very clearly. Right, it will get into the memory that okay, I've texted this in that video comment, right? So it will get recollected in the examinations. Okay, these small things only will make big difference in our exams. Okay, now so that's it, friends. If you are really liking these videos, really liking this content, please share to your friends and family who are preparing for this competitive exams. So that's it, friends. Thank you. Jai Hind. Let's meet in the next video.